Other than the infection, you're more or less intact. A miracle, given everything you've been through, but it'll all be for nothing if you don't find help soon. The tadpole is a death sentence, and the clock is ticking. You need a cure.
Welcome back. So the narrator tells us that we are on a limited timetable, but that's not actually true. In this video, we'll explore the crash site. Our goals are to recruit Shadowheart, revive and recruit Lizelle, recruit Asterion, dispose of some intellect devourers, recruit Gale, and locate the Emerald Grove. We'll be using a different path than you might have used before by hopping up the hillside, and we'll be using the terrain in the crashed ship to kill the intellect devourers inside. We find Shadowheart just up the beach.
Never wanted the easy path.
So, though she was dead during the fight, she is completely fine now. We'll select the option to wake her up.
You're alive. I'm alive. How is this possible?
We'll select the Bard option, option 3.
The Divine tend to keep their interventions close to the chest. Though, I suppose it's not impossible.
Yeah, she was most definitely dead. We saw her dead.
First things first. We need supplies, shelter, and most of all, a healer. We might have escaped, but we still have these little monsters in our heads.
So we'll select we.
We need each other, and we both know what's at stake. Can't think of better company.
All right, let's get moving.
One thing, just before we go. I wanted to thank you again for freeing me. It would have been all too easy for you to run right past my pod, but you didn't. I'll remember that. Lead the way.
When you see the character approves up in the corner, that is a change in their attitude towards you, but it doesn't indicate the magnitude of the change. That particular one was pretty large. Over here we see the spirit of Lizelle. We will use the scroll of Revivify on the soul echo and choose a destination and pick up our first point of inspiration. And now we'll recruit Lizelle.
I live. Wreckage blesses me once more. Our paths cross again, Istik. I might call it fate, if I believed in it. Neither the gate nor the crash have broken your spirit. Yes, you may still be of considerable use. The longer the parasite lives, the more of us it consumes. Together, we must find a creche. My people possess the cure for this infection.
Careful. She obviously sees your kindness as weakness. Don't let her take advantage.
Come, our search begins. We've no time to waste.
We'll select option 2 and add her to the party.
You have made an ally from Kresh Kalir. Few know such fortune. Call me Lizelle.
I'll trust your judgment, but I won't trust her. Not until I've gotten the measure of her.
We scout the roads and scan the skies for children of Gith. They will lead us to a creche. There, we will be purified.
All right. We'll head a little further up the beach, and there's a pouch here
What's inside?
where we'll grab a healing potion and head towards the beach waypoint. As soon as we discover it, we'll turn and go through this passage, heading back towards the wreckage. When we come up here, the intellect devourers will run away and repossession in the back. That's where we want them.
More of those wretched things.
And you can loot the bodies if you'd like. We're going to jump up the cliffside. keep a close eye on Shadowheart. She will sometimes get stuck down here. Alright. With everybody up at the top, we'll keep running down the hill. Now, we see over here the rift where Gale is stuck, but we're going to pass it for now. We'll come back and get him in a little bit.
What's going on with that room? Looks unstable somehow.
Dead goblins over there. Worth checking for supplies, maybe.
Here we find stuck Mind Flayer. We'll take a shot at it and kill it.
That thing's bound to be dangerous, even
Monster. Death is too good for it.
Even injured, it was worth 35 experience, and they've got some decent loot. And we'll come over here and find Asterion, and we're going to add him to the party as well.
Hurry! I've got one of those brain things cornered. There, in the grass. You can kill it, can't you? Like you killed the others?
We'll go ahead and choose option 2.
I was hoping for a kind soul. Well, not to worry.
We're going to choose option 3, do nothing.
Shh. Not a word. Let's try to keep that lovely neck of yours in one piece. Hmm? And you, keep your distance. No need for this to get messy.
No messes? How dull. I'd much rather be dripping with this pretty boy's blood.
You flirt, but I have other business. Now, I saw you on the ship, didn't I? Nod?
And we will not.
Splendid. And now you're going to tell me exactly what you and those tentacled freaks did to me.
We're going to select option 1. You have it backwards.
Don't lie to me.
Your mind twists. You're looking out of unfamiliar eyes, prowling dark, busy streets. You try to hold the memory, but it fades to the worm. The light, the fear.
What was that? What's going on?
We'll say it's the Mind Flayer's worm. It's connected us.
You're not one of them. They took you. Just the same as me. And to think, I was ready to decorate the ground with your innards. Apologies.
We'll accept the apology.
A kindred spirit. My name's Astarion. I was in Baldur's Gate when those beasts snatched me.
We will go ahead and nod again.
The strong and silent type. All right. Please tell me you at least know something about these worms.
We're going to say you know as much as I do.
I suppose it's not exactly common knowledge. These worms are already affecting me. I can feel it. Now, what to do about it?
We can say option 2.
You know, I was ready to go this alone, but maybe sticking with the herd isn't such a bad idea. And you seem like a useful person to know. All right. I accept. Lead on.
All right. We're going to level the party now. So our bard will select Speak with Animals. Shadowheart has no options to choose. Lae'zel has no options. And Asterion, no options. Now we're going to ungroup the party, select Asterion, and go to the Overgrown Ruins waypoint. We're going to come back to near the hill where we jumped up and crouch and hide.
Let's keep to the shadows.
Now we're going to jump back to our Alfira character and head down to the wreckage from the other side.
At the ready.
You can preview sight cones using the shift key on the PC, and you can see where the intellect devourers are capable of seeing. We'll crouch
Any attention right now.
and head over to somewhere over here. Now our goal is to use minor illusion to attract the intellect devourers near this nautiloid tank. We're going to enter turn-based mode so that after we cast the spell we can move away. We'll put it anywhere around here. And then step away.
Don't waste a step.
And we can have Asterion get a little closer. And when we end our round, the computer opponents will move around, and we can see that they've clustered around this nautiloid tank. We'll use the firebolt cantrip that Asterion has.
From the shadows.
Now, if for some reason the intellect devourers don't all die, and you can see here that some of them have not, but they're on fire, they're burning and will die. The reason that we used Asterion to do this instead of Shadowheart is so that we could use Cunning Action Hide
Ready or not.
and step back away.
Difficult times.
And the intellect devourers are done. So we'll get our party group back up. There is, I think, the first thieves' tools that you find here to open a locked trunk. It's a lot easier to just walk over and smash the trunk.
Maybe I need more pockets.
So lockpicking is usually reserved for containers that are too difficult to smash open.
No traps, please.
And we'll loot this chest and the dead mind flayer. And there's another mind flayer body up here. Alright, now we'll head up through this passageway, looting the last mind flayer. And exit through this open path right next to Gale's Rift. And here's where we're going to add Gale to the party. Now, we have a point of inspiration. We've got Asterion still stealth. And we're going to use guidance from Shadowheart to try to make sure that we can make this roll. Saving Gale is not optional, it's required for this run.
Approach the sigil on the stone. Magic glitters and swirls from it erratically, as if malfunctioning. It looks slightly dangerous.
We'll touch the sigil.
A hand? Anyone?
I think it's pretty funny to slap the hand, so we'll choose option 2.
Perhaps I should have clarified. Helping and...
Oh, right,
Anyone?
helping. Sure. So we're going to use option 3, Bard Charisma. Add guidance as a bonus. And as long as we roll a 2 or better, we'll succeed. We've got a point of inspiration if we rolled a 1. And if we rolled a second one, we can actually default to the strength check and should probably still make it.
Whatever you're doing is working wonders. Now a quick little pull should do the trick. Hello. I'm Gale of Waterdeep. Apologies. I'm usually better at this.
We'll say no need to apologize.
A bit shocked, but friend, it's a relief and a pleasure to make your acquaintance. Say, but I know you, don't I? In a manner of speaking. You were on the Norse Lloyd as well.
Say I was.
And I can only assume you too were on the receiving end of a rather unwelcome insertion in the ocular region.
We'll select option 2.
No use sugarcoating it, is there? The insertee we speak of, this parasite, are you aware that after a period of excruciating gestation, it will turn us into mind flayers? It's a process known as ceramorphosis, and let me assure you, it is to be avoided. You don't happen to be a cleric by any chance, do you? A doctor? Surgeon? Uncannily adroit with a knitting needle?
You seem to know enough about our condition to realize it's beyond most clerics' skills.
Most, no doubt, but I find myself hoping to be in the presence of the few. You don't happen to be one of them.
We'll choose the Bard option.
As we've established, few enough can. It's not exactly a common affliction. We're most certainly going to need a healer, and soon, too. How about we lend each other a helping hand once more and look for a healer together?
Sounds like a plan.
Oh, I see you're traveling with plenty of company already. Perhaps I can join you later instead.
And we'll say option 2, take Asterian's place.
If I must. But do try to keep them safe. They're a little useless without me.
A decision most excellently made. Shall we?
And we'll level up Gale. We're going to change the subclass to Divination and select Enhanced Leap and Magic Missile. And we can see here what he got for his portent dice. Those aren't very good, and we may need to retrain Gale to get a couple of lower numbers. But for now, we'll head north. You can see here the bottom of the cage that Lozelle would usually be kept in. It's a sort of a remaining graphic, even when the tieflings in cage aren't there. We'll head left from there, up and around, and we're not going to head up here and start the grove fight. We are going to hang to the right
We should check it
and
out.
head to the
Be
waypoint.
careful.
All right, this is a good place to save as we're about to start the grove fight. This will be the end of this video, and I will catch you in the next one.